Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am laicharris, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the things that are annoying me about this virus, this quarantine, social distancing all together. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. Okay, so as you guys can see, I already did my eyebrows. So I'm going to start on my eyes. I think I'm going to do a very simple look. It's not going to be too much because remember, we are in the house, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna do something really simple, put some eyelashes on, real simple look, because I'm gonna end up washing it off anyway. So yeah. All right, so I'm gonna be talking about the things that are kind of pissing me off about this virus, this quarantine, self-isolating, all of that. So I'm gonna start off with like the small annoying stuff. Like, it's not that deep. Like, it's annoying, but it's not that deep. And I'm not really going to be telling you guys what I'm using like as I go, because I'm just going to be talking. So I'm just going to be, doing my makeup. Everything that I'm going to be using will be listed down below. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about that is annoying, not that deep, but annoying, is like this rise in TikTok. Not because it's not like interesting. It is. Some of them can be funny, some can be like cute and all that, but just the fact that I keep seeing it over and over and over again, of course anybody is going to get tired of it, because the songs keep playing. Like, I think like the first or second week, Savage by Megan Thee Stallion and Something New by Wiz Khalifa and Ty Dolla $ign, those are playing like every other post. Like, when you scroll down every other post, you see somebody trying to do the dance, and a lot of people are offbeat and I don't even know why they posted it if they're offbeat, but that ain't none of my business. That's pretty annoying. Also, like the past week, probably like the past 2 weeks, people are getting on lives, these celebrities Instagram lives, and acting a fool. Like, a lot of these girls are getting butt naked, twerking, showing their private parts, showing all that extra stuff for a few dollars, if they're even getting paid that much. So they're like really degrading themselves for these celebrities and a little bit of change. And I mean, I guess it's one thing if you're gonna do that for the celebrity themselves, but these people are doing this in front of everybody. So it goes from the Instagram live, it starts at the Instagram live, and then people of course can screen record it. So they screen record it and they put it on Facebook, they put it on Twitter, Tumblr, whatever, and then it gets passed on from there. So it went from maybe a few thousand people seeing it to now millions of people seeing you act a fool for a few seconds for a little bit of change, clout. And if you're going for clout, like, I just don't see how this is gonna last you like too long, unless it's like something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Like, if you want to be in that business of like showing your body off, and that's how you decide, that's how you plan to make your money for ever. I just don't think it's a good idea, because this stuff follows you. Like, social media, the internet, the stuff you do up there will follow you. And if you're not going to be too proud of somebody else coming up across that, whether it be your family or a boss or a potential job opportunity or something like that, like, if you're not going to be proud of them, finding that, then I don't think you should do this. Because a lot of the girls up there are not, they're like young, like they're my age or maybe a little bit older, late 20s, early 30s. I don't know what they plan to do in their life, but a lot of this stuff comes back on you. Like, even if the boss doesn't catch you, your hiring manager doesn't catch it off rip, there could be people that have noticed you in the job and might want to bring it up in the future. It's just not smart to me. I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand. I guess it sounds good in the moment, but long term, I don't see it really helping them out much. But hey, they can do what they want to do. And then people are upset that Instagram is like cracking down on it and like taking away that privilege for some people, because they are abusing it. Like, why are you showing your goods to underage little boys? That's an issue. It's not cool at all. And I don't know why females think that it's okay to do that to little boys, because it was a guy doing that to a girl, it'd be a whole issue. And it's literally the same thing, but it's not taken as serious with guys or with little boys. But that's not cool. And then it was another one where the girl was on the bed, and I guess, I don't know if it was her grandma or her mother, and a child in the corner. And it was just like, really? I guess so. Like, people just are doing entirely too much, and I'm not liking it. Like, we need to find something else to do with our time, because that ain't it. So yeah, that's the first thing that is kind of like annoying me. Social media, and people have so much time on their hands, and they're like not using it wisely. Nobody's saying you gotta, like, I don't know, start no business. Well, I'm not saying that. People are saying that you should probably start a business or find something productive to do in this time, which isn't a bad idea, but you don't have to. Like, it's not a necessity. But yeah, that's one thing. Social media is very annoying right now, and you can tell people are bored and they don't know what to do with their free time. The second thing that's like really annoying me is the fact that people are still gathering in big groups, because I guess they feel like this is like party time, and just because they can't go out to stores or go out to work, some of them, that they can still go out and party, like do kickbacks, game nights. And somewhere in California, they were gathering and doing some type of like, they were doing some type of like car show, drag racing, donuts. I don't know what they were doing, like a little block party type thing. But that's a lot of people to be gathering when we're supposed to be 6 feet apart. Like, nobody's saying stay in the house and be locked in. Like, just keep your distance from large groups. Like, where are you really going other than grocery stores, you know, all the essential stores? Like, where do you really have to go? Clubs are closed, restaurants are closed, stores are closed, malls are closed. Like, where do you really have to go? I can see, you know, being around a few family members or a few friends, but trying to have these little small parties and all that, it's just kind of like, it's unnecessary. And people don't even understand that they are making this go longer than what it should. They're drawing this out because they're not listening, and it's really frustrating. So another thing that is annoying me is the fact that I just really feel like nobody really knows what's going on, even the people that are supposed to be in charge. And I don't think they're really giving us any clear direction. They're not giving us any information that's clear. Every few days something is changing, which is, I guess, if you don't really know what's going on with the virus, you don't know too much about it, you discover new things every day, which is understandable. But like, to me, I just feel like they're not trying to fix this problem fast enough. I feel like they're worrying about too much stuff that is not really relevant to finding out how to get this thing under control. So they canceled a lot of things, a lot of concerts. They canceled school for the rest of the year for some places. They canceled a lot of things that will require people to gather. Cool, they did that. A lot of states have stay at home, little lockdown things where, you know, you have to be at home unless you're going somewhere essential. So a lot of places have that in order, and that's cool. So people are off the streets unless they're essential workers for the most part. That's cool. Now what? Now what are we supposed to be doing? We've been doing this for maybe about 3 weeks now, maybe about a week and a half or 2 weeks, like full blown, like it's really been enforced. But I don't see anything else coming out of that. A lot of the hospitals are ill-equipped. A lot of the hospitals don't have the amount of supplies they should have. People don't have the supplies they should have. Trump is not trying to give these hospitals like the things that they need. It's like he wasn't taking it serious from jump, and it's just like sometimes he's, you know, saying it's a big deal, then it's a lot going on with him. We're not going to talk about him too much, but it's just like a lot of these people are going through, and I just don't feel like they're worrying about the health part of this situation. They're worrying a lot about the money, okay? They're worrying a lot about who to put the blame on, which is irrelevant at this point. Like, we can blame China all day. We can blame Trump. We can blame the people that's not staying inside. We can blame a whole lot of people. But at the end of the day, they don't have much control over this. They're not focusing on the health part of it. Because if you ask me, I think that our next step should be, since you got everybody in the house and you got people that are essential workers still, you know, dealing with the general public, they're that type of essential worker. So you have them doing that, and then you have people that are walking around thinking they're totally fine, but, you know, because they don't have any symptoms, and they could be carrying it the whole time. But you would never know that, because testing is not as accessible as it should be. There are people who are getting tests that don't have any symptoms, mostly like celebrities, and I'm just like, okay, what makes you feel like you have to go take this test if you're not having any symptoms? What is the reason for that? And then when people that might have symptoms, like my mom and my sister, they went out the country at the beginning of March, and when they were coming back, they weren't asked too many questions. They weren't taking too much precautions to see if they were exposed to anything while they were out of the country. And then my mom, she called to try to see if she could possibly get tested because she was out of the country, and she was basically just told to self-quarantine, which isn't really helpful, because it's like, if you're gonna have people in the house to stop the spread but still have essential workers, it's just like, it doesn't make any sense, because like I said, some people don't have any symptoms, so they could be carrying it around, passing around, not even know, when you could just get tested, make it accessible to everybody so that we can get the testing, figure out who really has it, symptom or no symptom, and then maybe put them somewhere where they're not a part of, you know, regular society, where they have the potential to pass it on to other people. That would be first step. Then we can go on to putting people, you know, that social distancing them, the people that have it, you know, and then you could treat them. And then they don't really know. Every week it's a new way it can be spread. This week, they're now telling us that we might be required to wear masks. Cool. But a few weeks ago, you said it didn't work. It wouldn't have helped out any. And now you're saying that we're supposed to be wearing masks. Okay, once again, cool. But masks are sold out pretty much everywhere. If you want to get them online from like Amazon, they're not going to come until maybe like the end of April or May, which is useless and for these next few weeks, unless you like literally stay in the house, if that's possible. And it might not be possible for some. And I don't know, I just feel like if you're going to make this a requirement and we can't get them anywhere out in the public, then maybe they should be provided. Like when we go out to the Walmarts, the Targets, BJ's, Costco's, wherever we go to shop, if that's what you want us to do, if it's now a requirement, then I just feel like they should be provided, especially if you don't have any. So that part is pretty frustrating. I just feel like they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like, I just feel like, okay, what's next? I just feel like they're trying to stall, and they don't really have a set plan. And that has a lot to do with our leadership, because our leadership is trash, but this is what the people wanted. So yeah, so that is what's annoying, this whole lack of concern when it comes to like the health part of it. People are like really focused on the numbers, trying to scare people with the numbers, trying to scare people with all of this. Like they're putting more out about the people that have died than people that have recovered, and it's a lot. That part's really annoying. They're putting out the numbers that are going to scare you. They're not putting out the numbers that will make you feel relieved. So that is really annoying. I wish they would just focus more on getting us tested, figuring out who has it, get to separating that way, and then like really just work on treatment. It's going to take a while to work on a vaccine or a cure for this. So, you know, we can't really do much about that. But as far as like treating these patients as much as you can, because most viruses can't be treated, they kind of have to go away on their own. I just feel like they should focus more on that. If we want to talk about China, while they're supposed to be having like a second wave, like a second outbreak, they had a lot of makeshift hospitals they were building. They did drive-through testing. They bumped up the testing, which makes sense, but I don't really know what's going on with us. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people are just playing the blame game, which is really unnecessary and irrelevant at this point. We just find some more solutions, and we just don't have many. But we'll see. I mean, it's been about a month since this really like got big. He's known about it for a long time, since last year, but didn't take it seriously, called it a hoax, wasn't taking it serious at all. Now we've all known about it, and it's become a big deal for about a month, and it's still kind of like, we're staying inside. We're social distancing for the most part, the ones that are. But yeah, that is something else that is annoying me about it. The second part that is annoying me about it is like the money being donated. So a lot of celebrities are donating money to these causes, and I'm talking about millions of dollars to these causes to help out with the virus and everything like that. And hold on, I'm just going to put on my lashes really quick and then come back. Okay, so like I was saying, millions of dollars, people are giving away millions of dollars, and people have an issue with that. They have an issue with that because they feel like these celebrities are not giving their all. Some of these celebrities are only giving like 5% of their earnings. They're only giving up like 5% of their earnings, and people feel like they should be giving more. People feel like they should be given, I guess, all of their money since they have so much of it, as if $5 million, $10 million is not still $5 million, whether it will be equivalent to $30 to them, or if it is, I don't know, $400 to them. Whatever it is to them, it doesn't matter, because out here in the world, whatever they're donating to, that is still $5 million, $10 million, or whatever they're donating. And I just don't understand why people are so, I'm not going to say unappreciative, but it's just like, why does it matter how much of a percentage that is to them if they're giving it out? Because like I said, it's $5 million, it's still $10 million. And even if you don't feel like they're really giving to help out, you don't feel like they're being genuine, or if they're just giving to get a tax write-off, like really, what does that have to do with anything at the end of it? If that's what they're on, that's between them and God. That has nothing to do with you. A lot of this has nothing to do with you because, one, it's not your money. Two, they didn't have to do that. And I don't know why people think that rich people, celebrities, people that have a little bit of money have to donate to causes like this. Like, if they do it because they want to, not because they have to. It'd be nice if people that had money donated in tough times, but they don't have to at the end of the day, because these celebrities, just like everybody else, they have families too. They have people that they have to provide to. They have kids that have futures. They have, a lot of stuff going on, and people think because their net worth is a certain amount of money, that means that they have that money on hand, or they have money to spare, which is not always the case. And I really wish people would get out of thinking that way, because it's just not cool. Like, what makes you so entitled to their money just because they have a lot of it, and you think that they have to give that up because they have plenty to share? In your mind, they have plenty to share, as if they don't have other things going on. Who's to say that people haven't already given to some of these causes or helped out in their own way? Just because it's not a public announcement, it's not to say that they have not done it. People don't always have to make an announcement when they are giving back, because on one hand, people will sit there and complain and say that, you didn't have to record that, you didn't have to let everybody know, you should have just did it. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, we didn't hear about it, so it didn't happen. When it's just like, okay, which one is it? And then people make it seem like people with money, rich people, are such evil people and so stingy with their money. It's just like, not saying that they are, but like, wouldn't you be? How would you feel if you were rich, if you had a little bit of money, and every time you turn around somebody had their hand out? It would be exhausting. You wouldn't have anything left for you, your family. It's not just about them, it's just they have families. Like I said, they have people to provide for. How would you feel if it was the other way around and you had a little bit of money, and every time you turn around somebody needed something for this? Like, just think about how many people are in the world and how many times they come across people that need something for this. They might give that person $50 on the street, they might give that person $1. They're still giving. That stuff adds up. Just because you think they should be giving out more, like, you don't know what their, I guess, charity budget may be. Like, they can't give away everything, because then they would have nothing. All rich people are not evil. Some of these celebrities came from nothing, just like a lot of us did. So to think that once they get a little bit of money, they should be giving back all of it, just to say, they're good people, or just to say that they have to give back to, I guess, the little people. And like, half these little people that they're giving back to are not supporters of them. They just are there. They just come to them because they know they have money. It's not like they're like from their neighborhoods where they grew up and they were with them, when they had nothing, and they're giving back to something like that. It's not that case. You just feel like because somebody has some money, they should just be giving it out all the time. Or you feel like they should give it out because a lot of them don't have to do taxes. A lot of them use charity for tax write-offs. A lot of them can, find ways to get out of paying taxes, which it kind of sucks, yeah, but why are you mad at the people that have that privilege and not the people who set that privilege in place. Because think about it, even us right now, people that have like small businesses, people that do extra stuff, we're always looking for deductions on our taxes. Nobody wants to pay taxes, period. So if you had that opportunity, don't act like you wouldn't use it. Don't act like you wouldn't try not to pay taxes and you wouldn't want to get all your money. It sucks, yes, that people that don't make much money have to pay more taxes, but you shouldn't be mad at the people who got to the point where they didn't have to do that anymore. More mad at them than being mad at the people who set that in place. You should be upset with them. And it's a lot of people who are trying to come in and change those rules around, but people aren't really trying to go for it. Well, especially not the richer people. It's a fight with that. When, in reality, all of us should be taxed equally. It makes more sense. They make more money, they should pay more taxes, but for some reason it works out in their favor, and we're mad at them because they got to a place where it works out in their favor. But if we were to get to that point, would you really sit there and pay taxes and say you're not going to do it just because there's somebody under you that makes less money than you that has to pay more taxes? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't. I'm pretty sure, just like if you don't even make as much money as them to where you don't pay any taxes at all, like right now, like I said, you would try to get your deductions. We all do it. We all try to find ways to where we don't have to pay any taxes or pay as much taxes or get more of a tax return. So I don't know why people act like they're just such evil people and they're mad at them because they have these privileges instead of the people that put them in place. And then once again, like I said, these celebrities don't have to do this. You guys are mad at them again, looking to them to save you guys when it shouldn't have to be that way. One celebrity, two celebrities, three celebrities should not have to fund the whole world, save the whole world from a crisis like this. If they want to help out, they definitely can. But your government, they can find money for wars, they can find money for, a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. But once it comes to like bettering, helping out, the people, making it easier for everybody to have a equally nice life, but nowhere to be found. But people are relying so much on these celebrities who are normal people just like you, just with some money. And I'm not talking about people that came from money. I'm talking about like regular celebrities who at one point didn't have anything like you. Why would you rely more on them to get the world out of a crisis or whatever we're going through and put more responsibility on them than your own government, who's supposed to be here to help you out, to make this a better country? It just doesn't make any sense. Like all this anger all together and this whole thing is geared towards like the wrong people. They're trying to find somebody to blame but the people that they should be holding accountable. And that's really frustrating. And then you got the people that's like kind of like bullying you online, talking about y'all really sitting here taking up for these celebrities when they don't care about you or such and such. And it's not even that. It's just like the principle of things. Forget them being celebrities, just people with money or anybody like on a lower scale. You wouldn't like anybody feeling so entitled to your money, because why? It's not your responsibility to save the whole world. Because like I said, if you gave out everything that you had, you wouldn't have anything. And then what about you and your family? Some people have to take care of stuff like that. So it's not fair that all that responsibility would be on them. Not taking up for them, I'm just saying. That's just the principle. And then another thing that goes along with that, I guess they feel like celebrities should not post about certain fundraisers and ask for donations for certain charities because they feel like they should just pay that off. When it's like, once again, so say the fundraiser was asking for $10,000, say $100,000, and they're asking, they donated maybe $5,000 or whatever, however much they donated to it. They donated something, and they're just asking people to give what they can. You don't have to match their $5,000, whatever they gave. They're asking you to give what you can and spread awareness as well. You can give $5, $1, 50 cents, whatever it is, and you've done your part. But people feel like, they shouldn't be asked for money because they have money. If they gave the full amount of what these charities are asking for every single time, once again, they would have nothing. And it's just like, why aren't you doing it? You don't have to match what they put in, but what makes you think that you don't have to put anything out because you say you don't have any money? You spend $5 at Starbucks every single day. Why can't you take a couple of those dollars and put it towards some charity and do your part and keep it moving? People always want to sit there and complain about what they don't have compared to a celebrity. Yeah, you're not rich, but you know, we're not all broke. We can all find some way to give back when we're being asked, if we're being asked. For one, celebrities have a lot of influence. So say somebody like Kim Kardashian, and I'm not a Kardashian fan, but say somebody like Kim Kardashian is taking someone's GoFundMe and putting that out there for people to bring awareness and for people to donate. They've done their part. They've donated a good chunk of what they could donate or whatever. And then they're asking their millions of followers to donate $1. That person can reach your goal compared to me trying to put out that GoFundMe and barely getting anything. Like, they're gonna give their money. I don't know if people think that they wouldn't give their money, but then again, it's like, even if they didn't and they still just share, that money is still gonna come. And I just don't understand why people just put so much on celebrities and why they just expect, they just feel so entitled to their money. I just don't like that. That is something that has really been annoying me about like this whole thing. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't think that celebrities or people with money should have to give like 70% of their earnings just to make you guys feel good, make you feel like they've done enough. Because like I said before, they still have things they have to worry about. They still have their future that they have to worry about, people they have to provide for. And you just never know exactly what these people have donated to, and quite frankly, they don't have to let us know that, and they don't have to do it. They do it out of the kindness of their heart, or if it's not kind, they do it for their personal gain, but it's still done at the end of the day. And lastly, it's not their responsibility to save the world. Anybody with money, it's not their responsibility to save the whole world. Try talking to your government, gear that anger towards them, and vote for people who will try to make some changes. Simple. But yeah, all in all, these are the things that are annoying me about this time right now. The TikToks, the Instagram Live, the lack of concern for our health, people's anger being geared towards the wrong things and wrong people. Mostly just like the uncertainty of it all. The fact that we just don't know when this will be over with, when life will go back to normal. We just don't know what's going on. Every day is something new. We're all about to go crazy because we're not able to, you know, live our lives the way we would like to. For a lot of us, this is like the first time something this serious has gone on in our lifetime. So yeah, it's just a lot for all of us. I'm just ready for this to be over with, for us to get back to normal. Yeah, so this is what we're looking like. We got all cute and dressed up just to take this off because we're not going anywhere. We can't go anywhere. I know y'all probably saw like my contour and everything was not blended, so I fixed that. So don't come for me, please and thank you. Yeah, but that was my video about what is annoying me about this self-quarantine, about this virus, about social distancing and all of that. So if you like this video, make sure that you like this video, share this video, and leave some comments down below if you agree, don't agree, have your own opinions about, you know, what's going on, and we can have a respectable conversation down below in the comments if you like. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.